Hello, here I am. Okay, this is the last shelf I have to do. So I'm gonna go through the remaining games I have. Most of these I'm keeping for sentimental reasons because they're sentimental reasons. Some of them not so much though. So I'm gonna go through the couple that are just here that I'd probably tell you the truth. I would probably trade or sell a couple of these, but anyways, I'm gonna go through all of them. But I'll start with this. This is called Dokmus. It's a abstract game where you're trying to put your I'll show you. So you have these pieces. They're like tents or something. And every turn you get to use three of them to put out on these tiles here. These tiles kind of make up the board. And you have you have these things. These are your powers or whatever. So if you have this one, you can move a board. Like you can move one of these things, like that. Or you can rotate a board. Whatever you like. And what you're trying to do is get your guys out on these boards surrounding some of these temples or these red things or whatever. But you want to get your guys out on as many boards as possible, surrounding as many of these things as possible. And you have like 8 turns in the game, and every turn you get 3. You get to use 3 of your guys with your powers. And then you score points at the end of the game. Whoever has the most points wins. It's a pretty good game, but it plays better, I think, with more than 2. What does it play here? Let me see. 2 to 4. So I think it plays best with 4, but I rarely play 4-player games anymore. So, and it's okay, but it's not one I think I have to keep. The next one is called the Princess of Florence. This is a classic game. This game is really good. It's a really good game, but it's 2 to 5 or 3 to 5 or something. But it plays best with 5 players, and I just never play with 5 players. Who can get 5 people together anymore? You can't. It can't be done. This is a player board. Everybody gets one of these player boards. And what you're doing is you're building buildings and putting like parks and stuff all in your palazzo thing. This is I think that's Italian for something. And how do you do that? See, look, you have all these buildings here that you can build in your whatever. Or you have these parks that you can build, or these lakes that you can build. Or what else is there? Oh, I forget what these are called, but you can build those too. And you have money. And this is a bidding game, and every round you're bidding for stuff. Like you're bidding for these things. But it's a nice bid. I usually don't like bidding games, but this one's pretty good. And you have these cards that these are the cards that are going to get you points based on how much stuff you have out in your area. So when you got enough of these things, like if you've built an opera, the opera building, you're going to get 4 points if you play this card. But the cool thing is you have to have, if you want to play that card, you have to have the correct number of points according to whatever round you're in. So the first round you have to have 7 points in order to play the card, to get the points. And then it goes up from there. In the 7th round you have to have 17 points. That's a lot. But you play them and then you get points like that. The player with the most points wins. What a shock. Like I said, it's a good game. It's a really good game. It's a classic game, I feel. But you really need 5 players to play it. Okay. Pandemic. Everybody likes this game. Francis likes this game. We've played this game many times with Francis's friends. This is a co-op game. It's a cooperative game where you're trying to save the world. Oh my, yeah, it's very, I know it's very topical today because we're in a pandemic. If you're watching this in 2020, May 2020, it's a sad situation. But hopefully this will just be a game pretty soon. Anyways, you're these guys and you're traveling around this world, visiting cities and stuff because you have to visit them because these are diseases that you have to eradicate. And you got to be fast about it because this game, the really cool mechanic of this game is that at a certain point, so you're going to be flipping over these cards, and then at a certain point, something bad's going to happen, and then more cubes are going to come out on the cities, and then the discard pile is shuffled, and then it's put on top of the draw deck. And then that's bad because then more cities are gonna become infected that were just infected, and so that's why you got to really hurry up and get things done. Francis and I played this so much, but we have never won. Francis, you have to come back and we have to win this game. Pandemic. I will keep it. This is a game by the same designer. It's called Forbidden Island, and it's got very, very similar mechanisms to Pandemic. But in this game, you guys, the players, this is you, Ping Ping, you're on an island that's represented by these tiles that you just put out on the board in whatever shape you want. Some tiles have got like something like a treasure on it. And what you want to do is you want to collect all four treasures like this one. See the one in the bottom there? You want to collect all those. Those are these. See, this is very nice components. You see, you want to collect these treasures. Oh, look at this one. And then once you get all four of them, you have to get back to the. You have to get back to the helicopter to get off the island before the island sinks, because all the tiles can turn around and then they're flooded, they're underwater, and then if it happens again, they're removed and then they're gone. And if the island sinks before you're off it with all the treasures, well, then you lose. But me and Kristen's played this game many, many times. She really liked it. I will keep this game as well. And yeah, it's forbidden. It's the Forbidden Island. Oh yes. This game is called Pastiche. Me and Kristen have played this game so many times. The box is really good. So it didn't come with all these easel things, so I bought these just to include with the game. But they don't. I think this is the first edition, the second edition or something. They come with that. But anyways, this game, you're painting famous paintings, and you paint them. See, here's your painting thing where all the colors are, and you get. How does this work now? So, oh yeah. You get these tiles. You have two of these tiles, and you add them to the board. I will show you. You add them to the board. If I could get the starting one out. So here's the starting tile. So you add them to the board. You might add this one here, and then you get all of the colors. You get 2 blue, all of those, and then 2 yellow, whatever. You get them. You get the cards that are basically on your tile. The reason why you want to get these cards is because you want to paint these paintings, these famous paintings. Look, an actual famous painting. So you need to have, well, you need to have bisque, amber, and orange in order to paint this painting. Once you have all those colors, you can paint this painting if you have it in your studio, and then you put it in your museum for points. You see the points is right there. It's a fun game with 2 players. Whoever gets to 45 points first, they win, which was usually Kristen, by the way. So it's a fun game. It's like set collection racing type of game. Oh boy, I have all these things out here now. Anyways, oh, I can put them in here. 1 or 2 of these. Another game, since I've played it, we've played it so much. It's a very well liked game. I will keep this game if I can. Yeah, if I can get it. Yeah, these easels. I'll put the easels. I'll put them back later. Right now, I'm just gonna throw them over there. Okay. Yeah, that's Pastiche. I'm going to say, oh, now I'm going to do this game, because this is a game that Veronica used to always like to play. It's called Pylos. But it's a very simple abstract game. And well, this is it here, the board. And then you have these marble type things. So you're either the dark or the light marbles, and you put them on the board in turns, like so. And then when there's a 4, you can put your guy up there like that. And whoever places the last, because you're making this pyramid, and whoever places the last marble is the winner. You see? So when it's like this, and say it's this guy's turn, you can take this one and put it up there. It's a very good. It's a nice game. It's a nice game to play. The whole thing is the base. You gotta place your marbles correctly on the base, because you want to use the marbles that are on the board, reuse them, so you can keep as many of the marbles in stock as you can, so that you have the last marble when the game ends. But that's one of the games. But in this box, I also put this game, which is called Quoridor. Me and Veronica played this game so much. This is the better game, by the way. But this is a really good game. It's so very simple. You have your guy. He starts here. The other guy starts here. You want to get your guy to the end. You want to go, and what you do on your turn is you move. And whoever gets to the end first wins. So normally you would think, well, the player who goes first is going to win all the time. Yeah, that would be the case. But you have these, which are fences that go there. You see, they go in the 2 thing. They cover 2 spots. So what you're trying to do is block your opponent from advancing, so that he has to go all the way back. Then you go. Or you make it so that you can't go all the way back, and you can just build a corridor that gets you all the way to the end. It's a really good game. But it's thinky, a lot thinkier than it appears. You know, it's no little kid's game. I'm gonna lose my fences. That's what's gonna happen. We'll have to re-inventory later on. Okay, that's Pylos / Quoridor. Okay. You kids will remember this one. Gulo Gulo. Oh, wasn't this just the funnest game ever? Okay. This game. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have a lot of other games in this box because I don't have the boxes for all of the games. But this is Gulo Gulo. See, these are your guys. And what you're doing in this game, this is a really cool game because you have these guys, and they start off upside down, and then you also have these eggs. You see these eggs? You put the eggs in this bowl, all of the eggs in the bowl, and there's one that is this color. It's purple. Whoever gets the purple egg out of the bowl wins. And the cool thing is that little kids have an advantage in this game because little kids have got small little fingers. Because this is a timer thing. Look, see, you stick that right there. Then you have your guy, your little Gulo Gulo guy. He's going along this path. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, here they are. They're going along this path. Well, I'm going to show you. I'll show you. So you say, okay, I'm gonna flip over this one. You flip it over, and then look, it's blue. So that means you have to get this blue egg out of this bowl without this timer thing hitting the table. If you do that, whoa. If you do that, you get to keep it and it goes there. And then you go again, another blue one. And then you go again. Green, like a green, oh, okay, so I got to get a green one out. Oh, you see, when that happens, then you have to go back to where you were before. Because you can't, like, have others. So, us grown-ups, we've got big, meaty fingers, and the kids got little tiny fingers. They can just take them out like that. And we're like, oh, but, and then whoever gets to the end, there's an end tile somewhere. That's the purple tile. And then you get out the purple thing, and then you win. Needless to say, grown-ups don't win this game very often. But that's Gulo Gulo. And some other games in here too. Oh my gosh. Right. I'm going to, I'll clean it up later. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the last game. This is the last game in my whole collection I'm going to show you. It's called Winner's Circle. Oh my God. Francis, we used to play this game so much. Okay, this game, look at this cool pieces here. Look at these, see? They're horses, remember? Horses. And there's many, many colors. And what you're doing is you're betting on a horse, on three horses. I think you bet on 3 horses to win. Yeah. So you have these tokens here. These are betting tokens. See? And then you bet. And here are the horses. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get Frances' horse she liked so much. Yeah, okay, you'll remember some of these horses, I'm sure. Regret. Regret. Okay, so you have this thing. You have a dice, and you roll the dice, and then whatever comes up, you move one of the horses the number of spaces that are on his card according to what you roll. Okay, so if you roll a helmet, which is the second from the top, you get to move regret 20 spaces. So here's the helmet. You roll that, and then you can move him 20 spaces. If you bet on him, you would do that, but then you flip him over, and so he can't move again that round. So if you didn't bet on him, and you roll ahead, then you can move him like one. Oh my gosh, that's you don't want to do that. If somebody else bet on regret and you move him one, yeah, your life is just not worth living. Here's the board. Here's the board. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You see, here's the board. It's a racetrack. Remember this? It's so much fun. And then you have 3 races, and then whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins. I think Frances really used to like this game a lot. She would always bet on the long shot, regret, to win. And the funny thing is, they usually won. So, that's it. Those are my... That's Winter Circle. A Reiner Knizia game. That's it. That is most of my collection. The other games I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna. They're games I haven't even played. But anyways, those are the shelves of my collection. I hope you liked it. It was fun doing these videos. But anyways, yeah. So now that I'm actually not playing games anymore due to this pandemic, they just sit on my shelf. So I thought I'd take them out and show you. Anyways, thanks a lot. Maybe we'll see you later. Bye.